Hey there. For us to run Starlink, all I need to do is plug in the Starlink dish into our smart plug and just hit the Starlink button. And there's no Starlink messes anywhere. And it runs on DC power, which means it doesn't take a lot of power. And I'm going to show you how I installed all that in our Airstream right now. We're Joe and Solvik, and we love travel trailer adventures with our Arkto camper or Airstream. So let's go on a ride, and hopefully you learn something and have some fun. That takes 12 volt power. Plug it in. And then hey, so we're sitting here in the new Airstream. I want to install this in combination with this. Now, what is this? This is our DC Starlink adapter for a Gen 2 Starlink. It's a really cool thing. What it does here, it's this box right here, and you basically plug in the Starlink to this port right here. Okay, so you go Starlink, which has its own port, which then goes to Ethernet. That eventually plugs in right here. So this is the special Starlink cable for a Gen 2. It has this end here, which is not a USB-C. It's like a special Starlink end. And at the other end of it, you have a shielded, very important, shielded Ethernet cable. But if you look at this cable, this is actually a two-piece cable. So you have this part that plugs into the Starlink right here, like that. And then this end here allows you to plug a shielded Ethernet cable into this adapter. These you can get on Amazon. So it's very important that if you want to do a DC conversion, you've got to get one of these on Amazon and then get a shielded cable and plug it in here. And then this port goes out to the router, which is this right here. So we have a special 12 volt RV router, which is made by GLInet. And so basically this port will come out and it'll come into the WAN port. And this then has a 12 volt power right here, which I'm going to hook into the battery system. And it'll all be run on 12 volt so that it's really not a power hog. The other thing I'm going to do is I'm going to have a switch. I haven't quite determined where the switch is going to be installed, but this is the switch. There's a little green light on it, and I'm probably thinking maybe put it here or put it somewhere where we can really see where the Starlink is on. I haven't really figured out where we're going to install all this stuff, so we're going to go ahead and take that apart, check out the system, and see where this is going to go. So we've taken the mattress off, and here's what we've got right here. And all the power system is underneath this. So there's a couple of screws that I'm going to take off to go ahead and get down in there. And wow, this is beautiful. Oh, you can see all the batteries right there. We open this up. So we need to plug the Starlink in somewhere. All right, so I think we figured out the plan. So here we got everything open. So we are going to mount the Wi-Fi router, PoE injector, under this panel here so that we can, let me show them. That's going to get mounted right there to that wall right there. So that way we can access it if we have to. This switch is going to mount right here on this wall. It's pretty central, and you'd always know that the Starlink is on or off. I'm also going to put a USB port right here. And the way we're going to do that is we're going to run 10 gauge up into here, and we'll have 30 amps of power in here, or 30 amp potential in here. This switch is going to switch to a relay, and then we're going to mount the relay in there. so that the relay will be controlling the power on and off to the Starlink. And then the port, I just ordered a smart port, data port, and that's going to go here. So on the outside, we can plug the Starlink in, and then the wire will go from there into the PoE injector. And we will have Wi-Fi Starlink in here. All right, Jack, you ready to get this job doing? Mm-hmm. Cool.
All right, first day in the camper. We are getting it ready, or I should say they are getting it ready, and I'm just here for feeling company. It's cozy in here.
So what we got going on here, we've got 10 gauge wire, the red and black, which is going to feed a 30 amp breaker panel, a DC fuse block in this closet. And then we've got this gardening sprinkler wire, which has 5 wires in it, which then gives me the capability to have potentially 5 switches in this closet.
For a few years, peel off and scab. Sensitive. So I will get
clean. Very good. And look at that. That looks gorgeous now. Very nice, Jack.
Now we gotta hook everything up.
Now we just gotta hook it all up. All right. Well, it's the next morning, but let me show you what we've done so far, and then what I'm doing today. So right there, I've got the injector right here. Our Starlink cable is going to come in right here. This is the cable that goes out to the router right there. This is all DC powered. So what I have is this relay that is triggered by the switch right there. And it lights green. I have it disconnected because I'll come back to this, but I'll show you what I'm doing in here. But that triggers this relay to then go ahead and turn the power on to this and to supply power to this USB connector right there. That USB connector is a Type C and a Type B, and that provides power to the router. So this is on DC, this is on DC. So it's a really low power draw, much lower than if I would plug it into the inverter. And so you save a lot of power by doing a DC conversion. And what I'm going to do, I'm going to run the cable here, across here, somehow route it through here, out there, where we've run a bunch of wires. And then right here, we're going to put a Smartplug data connector. The Starlink is also connected whether the battery disconnect, which is right up here, our battery disconnect button, whether that's connected or not, the Starlink is on. As long as this light is off, I know the Starlink is off. And if this light's on, I know it's on. That's the Starlink setup. Or this power runs down this chase. That hole comes out right here. And then we run the wires over this way, and they come down, and then that comes in, and it gets connected right here to this 30 amp breaker. The 30 amp breaker then connects straight onto the battery. And then that one goes out to the box. The negative, we've wired right into the shunt, or not into the shunt, but into that block right there, because that block is wired straight to the shunt, so that we're going to get all our monitoring on it. Starlink parts are all done, DC Starlink parts. And then now what I'm doing is I'm wiring up a little fuse block. I'll have 6 fuses potential here, but really the only one I'm going to be using now is the one for this switch that'll send power to the relay on this green wire. So I'm going to go ahead and get this put in. All right, fuse block is in and it's solid. All right, so our wiring is done. This cover is going to go over. I've put it right here. And so now I'm going to need a fuse. And so I'm going to get the smallest fuse I've got. I've got this fuse. So 2 amp is the smallest. And so there we go, 2 amp. That'll just go right here. So now we got 2 amps there. I'm going to pull this out. No other circuits are connected. And let's try it out here. Go ahead and turn the breaker on to power that up. And right now we've got no power to the anything here. So then what I'm going to do, I'm going to turn around here and let's throw that switch. Oh, we got green. So the green light is on now. And that means that our Starlink is on. We got a little light on there. And the Starlink router is on too. So we're good. So now I just need to get the Ethernet cables done. Our smart plug came in. And you can see that it has 2 data ports here. Now I'm going to put this port somewhere right there. So the center point is right there. And that's going to be the cut. All right, folks, here we go. Jesus Christ. Okay, quick side note here. As you just saw, go ahead, beat me up in the comments. I know that was really stupid. I tried to get away with it. I tried to use this one. It bit, and then it rode down and caused some scratches on the Airstream. So that sucks. I couldn't find the centering bit on this. And so I tried to get away with it. Don't do that. Make sure you use one that has a centering bit on it. I couldn't find the centering bit for this guy. And so I got lazy and tried to use it. And then I ended up using this one with that centering bit or this centering bit. I'm not sure which one it was, but make sure you use that centering bit on there because it bites in and centers it and holds it in place while the hole cuts. All right, back to the install. We got a hole. Okay, so this is gonna fit right here now. And it fits perfect. Just need to poke a hole through the other side there now. It's pretty thick. All right, the holes are cut. Darn it, I had a little bit of a boo-boo here, so that kind of sucks. But I've got the main hole cut. I've got this hole cut on the inside. And I've got the grommet in place. So now I just need to drill holes here on the corners to get my riv nuts in and get this thing installed. Plug in here, like so. Okay, it's done. There it is. So I just replaced it with this stainless steel one. And the way it's wired is just wired up right inside here like that. Into this grommet. And that cable comes here and into there where all that stuff I showed you earlier is. So I think it's all good now. Okay, let's test it. I'm going to show you the Wi-Fi network. AS Craving.Outdoors 5G, so that's good. Starlink is our provider. Connecting. 200. Our Starlink DC and Smartplug installation is finito, and it works great. All right, I just put the Starlink into stowaway mode, and then I'm going to go ahead and turn it off now. So I'm going to hit the button right there, and that turns off the Wi-Fi, the Starlink, and everything. And then I can go ahead and pack it up. It's beautiful because it fits right in here. I love that. And this fits in here. Close this up. Starlink's put away.